Hello and welcome to a tip video thingy that of tips that I've come up with, including how to fly your ship with your mouse. That'll be a good one. Today we're going to start off straight away. My first tip: if you're flying around the space station for whatever reason and you find yourself constantly like falling down, like bam, on top of this, like I didn't want to fall down on top of this. I just want to fall down. What you gotta do? Press G, turn off your grav boots, and then there you go. You can just fly around. That also works for if you, for some reason, you spawn in or whatever and you can't run. It's probably because for some reason your grav boots are turned off. So just, press G and then you should be good to go. On to how to fly a ship with a mouse. So one of my most useful tips is if you're flying a ship and you're tired of using the keyboards, if you press C, you can fly with your mouse. I'm using my mouse to fly. There we go. I mean, it's not perfect, but it works. Actually, the flight mouse controls actually are perfect. This box here isn't exactly perfect, but, it works. It's pretty cool. It makes life easier. That's what I like. Also, another tip is, if I can get rid of this, what you can do when you first start is, you want to save fuel, look at the generator button, press U, go to, so generator button, press U, go to data. It won't be there because we weren't looking at it. Then what you do is you press U again, bring U up, and then there we go. It comes up, and then button on, where it says button on state value, put it on like 23 or something when on your first ship, and then you'll be able to fly for a long time without wasting your fuel. Like you can significantly increase or decrease your fuel usage rather. I've got it set to 48 because I have gone and put more thrusters on the engine. And when you do that, you'll have to turn the button on and off to get it working again, like so. And before you start flying, make sure this here has gotten up to the 28 or 23 or whatever you got set, or in my case 40 odd something before you start flying, because otherwise you'll never be able to charge properly. You'll drain all the energy before you use it and you have issues flying. So just make sure this thing is up basically where you need it. Like now you could fly because it's at 23, so you can fly without draining your batteries too much and stuff. I can't. See, I fly, it's using my batteries because my generator isn't producing enough power. There you go. That's another very important tip that I find. So yeah, I hope you like those ones. Another tip is when you're out mining and you want to find specific ores, you'll always find the same ores in the same type of colored rocks. So in blue rocks, the rocks surrounded by ice, you can find volcarium. Red rocks here, you find this guy, bastium, and then I think this guy here should be the chirodium or whatever. Is this a chirodium rock? I think it is. You'll be able to get up close and you'll be able to see. See, now that should be a chirodium rock. There should be chodes in there. And once we get close enough, I'll get out and we'll fly around. And damn, there we go. It is. It's a chody rock. Now, another tip I can give you, if you want to see what materials are inside a rock, you can just press U, go to your material tab on your U thingy, and then it'll tell you. So we got agite ore and chirodium ore inside this rock. So that's a good way to like quickly tell from a distance. It can be hard to see what colors they are sometimes depending on what angle you are from the light. Like here, I can't tell you what the color that is. It's just black to me on my screen. So most of these actually right now because I've come past the point of light. But yeah, there you go. Quick little tip. You can tell what's in a rock from a distance, so you don't have to waste your time flying off to a rock. Getting it. Also, another little bonus tip as well. I've seen a lot of people say don't worry about mining this part of the rocks, just mine the material here. I would counter that with saying every time you go out, mine one of the asteroids completely, because you actually do use this stuff to build the base components of ships, so it actually is kind of important that you get at least some of it. So I get like 1 or 2 full asteroids every time I go out mining. There. Next. For my next tip, you're out mining and you've finished mining an asteroid, but you've run out of room. Your inventory is full. Oh no! You gotta empty out your inventory. The easiest and quickest way to do that is you bring up your inventory, you select what you don't need, like say I don't need this Valkite ore, I've got plenty of it here and back at the base. All you do is you left click, you hold and drag, and then let go outside of this box that's popped up. Make sure you let go on the outside, because I found that if I don't let go on the outside, sometimes what happens is, like I say, if I let go here, it'll kick this ore out of my inventory, but this little symbol will stay here and still block up that whole slot, and I can't use it anymore. It's a bug, I think, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's one way to do it. So bam, out on the right hand side, pops it out there for you. Nice, in a nice perfect square. Now let's say you do this one, like, oh, I need this bastion more. Oh, crap, I accidentally dragged it out there. If you look at this and just press P, bam, back into your inventory it goes. That's also how you pick up like components from your ship and stuff and put in your inventory. Like say you have another ship and you cut the engine off it, remove the engine. If you press P on it, it'll put the engine in your inventory, assuming you have enough space for it. That is a key part. You need to have enough space. And I don't think you can store ship components in ships yet at the moment anyway. I'm not 100% certain on that. I haven't played around with that far yet. Another quick little tip I have. I can't remember if I've shown this one. If you're mining and like that, say that's in the way, like it's floating here in the way of your things, and you're like, get out of my way. You can press E, and while you're moving your mouse, let go of E, and well you go like this. You tap E to hold it, and you move your mouse like that and press E again, and it'll fling it away, at least a little bit far away, out of range and out of sight. I thought that was a good thing. Another thing too, if you're mining a rock and you're finding yourself like you constantly like getting magnetized to it or some nonsense like that, and it's annoying you, just press G. G disables and enables your mag boots. I think I mentioned that at the start of the video. I don't know. I can't remember. My brain is not braining. Okay, so time for tip number whatever. I don't know, because I actually haven't been keeping track, and all of these are done out of order and randomly all over the place. But anyway, time for my next tip, which is you've been out flying around and you're running low on propellant. Now, there is a way that you can eventually unlock and the ability to build propellant yourself. And when you undo that, I think it's this one. I can't afford it just yet, right? But when you finally unlock that, you can, if you're out in space and you have a build table here, a basic build table, you're supposed to be able to build your own propellant. Now, the only way I managed to get this build table onto here was I had to fly out in space and then place it. I couldn't place it until I was out in space, and then I had to like slap a whole bunch more bolts down here. Like I put one there, and one there. There's like two in there's two there. I put one there. Actually, those ones don't matter. I put those in after for fun. But yeah, put bolts there to make that green. Like you had to make that green, and what I mean by green is if you bring up your thing and go to blueprints and then you click on that middle button, this is like everything that's properly attached to your ship. And when I first put this down, it wasn't. This was just red. It was attached, like you could move around, but it was very janky, right? Like it could be knocked loose apparently. But once I put in a few bolts at the back here, these 3 bolts here, it instantly went green. So there you go, you gotta do that. And then you can build propellant if you have propellant unlocked. Now, if you're like me and you're flying around in space without the propellant, unlocked, the ability to make your own propellant whilst in space, when you get back near a station, well, don't run out of propellant. That's the first tip. But when you get back near a station like here, what you do is you just fly up to one of these terminals with the big screens on it, and you can go up and connect yourself up to there and buy propellant fuel. You can also do it at those stations there where that like A1 and stuff is. Pretty sure you can do it there too. Alright, so what you do is you just come up here, you grab a connection there, you float your way up to this connection over here. Make sure you got that yellow line following you. You come over here, you press F like that, boom, that ship's now connected to there. And then you can come over here, press, was it G? No, G is a grab plate, it's Q. Q makes you rotate to the way that the floor is. Then you come up here and you just click, you can go buy ore, right? You can either buy ore or you can set how much propellant you want to buy. Like here, like bam, you're going to buy like 1,000 worth. You buy like the maximum, and then you click the buy button down here and it should do it. Or you just go buy ore, like this. Boom, buy ore. And there we go. I bought it all. Bought everything. Cost me, down the bottom right, 1,514 credits. There. That's how you do it. Full tank of propellant should be all good to go. That doesn't do the power, though. The power you have to swap out the power nodes for, which those are easy. In fact, that'll be the next tip. Swapping out power nodes. Now what you whoa, okay. So Q will balance me to the ship. If you press Q and look at the roof, it'll flip you upside down. It's an interesting thing. Anyway, so you run out of power. Your ship's out. I've got a little bit left, but it shouldn't really matter. What you do is you press E on that. You've ripped this out. Bam, done. Place you there. Then you come up to your full one. So this one's empty. You see the blue bar here? Full. Empty bar, empty. On your start ship, they're actually down the back here. These are all empty as well because I haven't I have just recently unlocked the ability to make new ones. You could also just spawn in a new start ship and get them that way. But you know, that has its own things. So anyway, moving on. So you grab here, go up here, grab E on the fresh one. Excellent. You use mouse wheel to move it backwards and forwards, or you hold X and move your mouse. It'll rotate that. Well, for me, it's rotating it that way. Hold Z and move it. It will rotate it that way. Bam. And we can go, no, not X. And then we hold Y, and then Y is going to spin it that way. And then basically what you got to do is you just got to sort of get it like right, as close as you can. Yeah, that should be more than enough. And then you got to kind of like fiddle around with it. Press C sometimes to snap it in. It's a pain in the butt. It is a pain. I think C is... Yeah, okay, so we're definitely snapping, because you can see it occasionally snaps to things. Let's go about... C. X. No, not X. Z. Not Z. Y. Okay. X. And like that. And then we've got to kind of put it in here. It really is a bit of a pain in the butt system, not gonna lie. It does work. It's just making a bit of a liar out of me right now. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Stop. Stop. Go away. I need you further away from me. There we go. Got it in. Press E once it finally snaps in. And bam! Done. New power cell inserted in there. Put this one back in your rack. Don't leave your space tracks flying around. I'm not sure if you can actually recharge these yet or not. I haven't looked into it. I haven't had the issue where I've needed to do that until, well, yeah. Like, there you go. So you get these ones, it's kind of just like, bam, nice and easy. There you go. That's my current next tip thing. Yeah. In fact, quickly, it's probably easier if you just like line yourself up with, you stand in the bridge and then you rotate this thing sort of to face the way. I imagine this would be easier. This may just end up being a lie. Let's find out, shall we? Let's all find out together. Yeah, there we go. That worked easier that way. Haha! Even better. Stand inside your cockpit. And for my next tip, it would be, you're finally back, you've done a mining mission, you've got a full cargo load like I do here. But you don't want to have to like drag this over here each and every one. I found you can just double click and it'll transfer it all over. I don't know if I can't find like a transfer all button yet. So this way works. It's much quicker than dragging. I wasn't sure if it was going to work at first, but I haven't had any issues so far. And for another useful little tip that I find floating around in space, if you're out mining, sometimes when you get a certain distance away from the origin stations, whatever they call them, you can't see them on your radar. Like, you look, see there's none of them anywhere, there's other people's ships here, but I can't seem to find the station. All I ever do is I just go here, I go settings, I go into the tutorials, and I just click on one of the tutorial things. Alright, we do that, it goes find the demolition job site, and in theory it should pop up. Is it going to do it with the demolition job site one? Oh, it's over there. Okay, so the demolition job site one didn't work. My bad. Use the asteroid belt one. Bam. Asteroid belt one will work as long as you've got an inventory full of ship stuff, because it actually leaves a marker. There you go. Bam! A marker where the station is. So the station's over there. So you use the again, you just use the asteroid belt tutorial and it'll pop up. Again, it only works though if your ship inventory is currently full, like mine is from the thing I'm mining though. But you should probably only want to go back to the station when you're full up anyway. And for my final tip of the video, it is to come over to this stock exchange marketplace thing. It's this blue building with like this rope with this endo or whatever they call them, with the holding boxes. You come over to this exchange, to the exchange here. Come over here, set your... Hello, dude. You just phased through me. That's not cool, bro. You come up here, set your thing, you click on empty slot, then you click bind, and bam, it'll bind you to the thing. See, I've already done it, so I'm there. And I'm guessing that means I have it infinite uses. Yep, well, that's what it says, infinite. And then if you're ever lost out in here or in space and haven't got your ship, or you can't find your ship, you just press escape, go to insurance transfer, and then you can click on Origin 5 Marketplace or Origin. I suggest Origin 5 Marketplace, like here, if you've set this spawn, because it's right near the stock exchange, which is great if you want to sell stuff. But also there's like a ship spawn point like right there, whereas the other one, I don't think there's a ship spawn. Yeah, see, there's no ship spawn nearby here. So yeah, oh, there's one over there, but it's a little bit of a run. It's further than the other place. So bam, marketplace. Also, if you're running around selling stuff, you can just, you know, fast travel to here. Now there is apparently one other board, one of these somewhere else. I haven't seen it. I, to be honest, haven't really even looked for it, but it's out there somewhere. Yeah, so that's my final tip for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that other fun stuff. And as always, have a good one, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Say bye, babushka. Say bye. Dude, don't just stand there. That's just rude. Wow. So rude, random dude who I don't know and not talking to.